everyone. So, I am sure all of you are aware CMA results have just come, and we have got a very good result. Normally, our results have been ranging between 78 to 83%, but this time our results was 85%, which is much higher than the international average. And we have been able to do. Okay, hi, Ravi is there, and okay, finally we are
Hi.
having Ravi with us.
Hi, sir.
Hi, Ravi, how are you?
Fine, sir. Doing good. How about you, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Must have been a struggle connecting.
Yes.
Okay, so Ravi is with us. He has been one of the most dedicated student in our classes. If I talk to you about him, he has been one of the biggest source of motivation, I think, for me also and for a lot of other students, because a lot of students come and say that studying after a long gap is a challenge. How do I manage my family, my wife, children, office, so many things. But he has been a very good example who has proven that it is very much possible to restart career even if you have a gap of 14 years. It is possible to manage family commitments, office, and studies. So uh, instead of me talking to you about him, there is a lot that each one of us can learn from him, particularly from his commitment, because he is one such student whom I remember through and through, because the kind of interactions we always had in the class, the kind of questions he asked, the kind of preparations that he showed up with was was something that I'm sure many of our students are quite inspired and have always looked upon him. So I am not going to talk any further about him. He's there with us. He has passed both parts of the CMA exam beautifully, and he has proven everybody wrong that if you have the willingness and if you have the motivation to do, you can you can still do it. And today he's sitting in office, so you may find him in the background. There may be people coming in, walking in. So but he has I'm glad that you are able to make it, Ravi. Thank you so much for joining in. Over to you. There are people who are very eager to know about your journey, to know about how you were able to make it possible. So there are a lot of things that we have here who are patiently waiting to listen to you. Over to you, Ravi.
Thank you, sir. And I am overwhelmed by the sentences and phrases you have given for me, and I am speechless now. I sup- I prepared something. The way you begin, I am speechless now. All the gratitude will go to my faculty member, especially you, sir.
I have a lot of questions. In fact, I have drafted, some of the question based on what students have been asking us. So there are a lot of
Okay.
questions. I would be asking all those questions to you, because these are not my questions. These are questions which has been shared to us or constantly being asked by our students, and others also who have been looking forward to pursuing CMA, CPA. There's so many professional courses. So the first question that I have for you is, why did you take up CMA USA course?
Yeah. I have even realized after 10, 14 years of my working profession. So I started with an chartered accountancy. I have completed CA Inter. Then I got some good opportunity, and due to the economical requirement, just begin with the started employment. It was I would my previous boss used to say that don't go in between the CA profession. Whatever career opportunity you got as of now, it's like a sky view with a glass, where after a certain point of time you will not realize that the growth is continuing. It will certainly stop somewhere. The statement which I realized very late after 10, 12 years of work, uh, that at that point of time my growth is getting struggled, and even my academic and upskills is getting struggled. Then I realized we can do lot more thing for any company, but at least we need to start thinking of our own. First we need to do something for us, so which I forgotten for the last 10, 12 years. when I realized that someone will always be recognized, they are live and with the professional certification after certain point of time. So the beginning of the journey with the CA Inter was good, and it is not enough. When I realized, I decided I need to do some professional course. Once I decided to start the professional course, I was searching for a lot many courses, and I then realized I'm very much interested in the management accounts and costing. And also, when I see the CMA, it was just two exam as for me. So that given a more confident comparing to other courses. So I straight away decided to join CMA. And before that, actually, I was supposed to join CPA, but at that time I gone through some of the audio and video clips of Irfat Sir in YouTube. Then I was able to recall my old school tuition master, and I was just struck with that, and I decided to join CMA with Irfat Sir.
Okay. Are you telling me that that you had to go to CPA, but then you finally came to CMA because you saw my video? Is that?
Yeah, luckily you started the. I saw the video of CMA lectures of you. Otherwise, if I saw your lectures of CA or CPA, I would have started that.
Okay, that's thank you so much for that. But uh, anyways, it's never too late. In fact, we had a discussion last time wherein you said that you want to also, now upskill to CPA. I'll
Yes.
come to that question a little later. So the next question that
Yeah. So the brief is the CMA I selected because for whatever we are taking, it should give us a confidence. Okay, we can do. So among that, CMA was I felt that okay, two paper. Why we cannot try? Yes, we can do. Comparing to others, it was a just two paper. Why? It's just a try. Comparing to others, yeah, that also made me to decide CMA.
Okay, that's actually, I always tell students that whenever you are confused, start small, win it, gain the confidence, build that trust in yourself once again, and then go for the next one. Rather than jumping into
Correct.
really really big and then suffocating in the process and not gaining success. Because once you are successful,
Correct.
I think success is the biggest motivator. Nobody else can motivate you more than tasting the excitement that success brings along with it. So I have one more question.
Correct.
How
Agree.
do you feel from CA enter journey, then dropping your CA? You had so many financial issues. You mentioned you have done beautifully, taking care of all your responsibilities at the same time, sacrificing your aspirations in the way, and then having so much gap, and then beautifully completing. I would say beautifully completing, because the score speaks a lot about your efforts that you have put in. So how do you feel that excitement from from CA Inter, then dropping, then working for so long, and then completing CMA USA, and then aspiring for CPA now?
uh, that proud moment and the confidence and enjoyment I got immediately when I cleared the part two, my first attempt. I took part two, then I took the part one later. So part two, I felt that whenever I complete the exam, I used to assess, and I assessed I can be in the border like 350 or 360. If everything what I answered, then it will be around 420. And I told my wife also, if this is the case, I will be scoring 420. And fortunately, the result was exactly 420. That gives me a lot more confidence for the next part, where I missed a lot of classes, but I learned how to deliver the exam, how to give the exam. So more of learning in part two, I have learned how to handle the situation and how to tackle the exam. So that given more confident. With the lesser preparation compared to the part two, I scored 440 in part one.
The
When I saw that part one result also,
gaining over 400 is a challenge, but you have been able to score not just 420 in part 2, but also 440 in part 1. And for all those who do not know about it, let me tell you, part 1 is much wider in syllabus, and a little more challenging to score than in part 2. But you have done it opposite. Actually, you have scored more in the difficult part, and that shows a lot of commitment. Yes.
So, answering your next question, when I saw the result, okay, uh, the first thing was I called my wife and told that now I'm a professionally qualified and completed academic.
Okay.
I can tell the people, I can tell the people that I'm not just a graduation. Where during the some hurdles which I shared you during the lockdown time, I supposed to lost my job also. That time I was not able to cope up with the requirement of the even my own sister concerns, where they are not ready to take me because I have not been qualified. So now that was a proud moment, and it's like now it's going to be revenge story. Even they give me an offer now, I will not continue with the sister concern.
I am
So that was the moment.
I am not just, I would not say I am disappointed, because, I always tell that when the world pulls you down, that is the moment of opportunity for you. It's just your perception of how you look at when the world pulls you down, you rise back with a lot more enthusiasm, and grow to a level where you never imagined you could do it. So I think that inspires me a lot, and I'm sure it is a lot of inspiration for all others, that you were about to lose the job. In fact, you lost the job. They were not willing to give you retain you because of the COVID, but then you use that opportunity, you use that motivation, and you proved it. And I'm sure you are not going to stop here. The way you are telling me, I'm sure you're not.
Yeah, that's very true. And the fact is, I when I completed the CMA, the second the part one also, my enjoying moment was very less. I immediately started thinking of what next, what I'm going to register. So that not in a mood of enjoyment. It's a continuing travel that I decided.
Okay, I'm sure your journey is going to be as exciting as you have planned it, and I'm sure it is going to be lot more success, lot more achievement, and lot more struggles and sacrifice. I think it's part of every success, and struggle makes the winning moment lot of fun. So I have a lot more questions. Please do share your tips on the MCQ questions, because you mentioned that you were not getting so much time to study for your part 1, but you have still scored more than part 2, acquired some great skills in time management, in question management. So share with us uh, what what strategies you used.
I use the strategy in such a way the for the proper learning and going through the tuition classes. If you have enough time, going through for the several times. When we have not have enough time, just going through the important points and straight away going to the test module to assess where we can improve ourselves. So the question bank, what been shared to me, the Glimes test bank or question bank, I never seen that as a testing module. I seen as an one of the learning module. So I used to go to the chapters and go through some 25-30 questions. I will come to know that okay, this is my level of confidence. This is the area I have touched, and these are all the areas I need to improve more. Again, going to the topics, going through the lectures of Irfat Sir. Again, marking some notes in my Excel. Again, coming back to the test module, and comparing to part 2, where I have 100% completed the Glimes test bank, and almost the overall experience was above 80 percentage was I was scoring in the test banks. But when it comes to the part 1, even my last exam, last test before the exam, which took 4.5 hours, and it was just 70 percentage, but still the score was higher comparing to the part 2, because that mistakes what I did, that 70 percentage also, till my last test I'm learning something, because I have not learned from the material, because I have not learned completely from the lectures. So I spent more time. So I started the test module well before comparing to part 2. So I was not waiting for the again to going through all the lectures, going through all the test material. No, we don't have time. We need to change the strategy. I decided going to the test banks, start the preparation from the test banks. Sometime the test banks, when I always select 100 odd question, not less than that. Always select 100 odd questions, and I will always select all the mixture, and going by the Glime's suggested approach. Then it will have the mix of questions, and it will resembles the exam scenario. And which question, which part it is coming, no idea. We need to start. So it means to say, by using the Glime's material, I can say that I have done 35 tests, means it is 35 mock tests which I given.
Okay.
100 questions, targeting for an 3 hours. Never did that, especially in part 1. And all the scores are below average, 70, 71, 72, like that only. But still we managed, means because I converted that into a learning tool. And some of the day I used to spend almost 7 hours, 8 hours for one single 100 question test. But I am not worried, because the concept is I'm learning. Some questions I used to pause the question, going to the Google search, hunt for the answer from the Google search, because I never offended that I'm cheating myself. I need to answer and ensure that it is failed. No, not necessary, because I'm learning. So I paused the question. I went there. Sometimes it will be totally hectic, some of the chapters, and for within crossing the first 50 questions, I used to make 20 more than 25 questions as wrong answer, which will demotivate me. I used to pass the question bank and again go to sleep some half an hour, again wake up, then start fresh. But if I started, I need to complete that 100 question. Today I committed for one mark test of 100 question. I need to complete.
I
So that way I converted the mock test module into a learning module.
I'm suddenly reminded of my days, my CA days. I remember one day I just bought a RTP, and I was preparing for SFM, Strategic Financial Management paper, or MAFA paper, what we used to call, you know. So
Yes.
I remember I prepared for it very properly, then went and bought the RTP thinking that I will solve all the questions. Opened the RTP, could not understand any question. I literally cried a lot thinking that I have prepared so well. I thought I'll be able to handle all the questions, but almost, 30% of the questions also I'm not able to solve. So I literally sat down, cried because I have exam in the next 10 days and I'm not prepared. Slept, peacefully slept, thinking that I don't think I'm fit enough to do these things. And after 2 hours of deep sleep, I woke up and I said, I'm not giving up. I am not giving up. I have 10 days. I will do in 10 days. And when the results came, I got highest in this paper, which I was just, about to give up. So, your journey is, like I said, it's an inspiration to a lot of people. So, I was just reminded of the struggle, and I'm so glad that whenever I've seen people, God being very supportive, behind you, supporting you through and through. So, it's so inspiring. I'm glad you shared this story, that you're tired, you're not able to answer, you're frustrated, disturbed, disappointed, you sleep, then you wake up and again you write the test, but you don't give up. This is so
Yes.
beautiful. And actually you did not share this story with me earlier.
some but I told that it was like a learning model which I converted the mock test.
Okay.
That I told you.
uh, share some tips on essay questions, because I see a lot of students getting very confused. We in class we solve many essay questions, we solve many MCQ questions in the class, but I see students still being afraid, that they think that either we are not very well prepared for essay question, or since they are going to write it only after they have completed the MCQ window. So there is always a fear I have seen. But share your experience, how you prepared for essay, how were the entire MCQ preparation helpful for solving handling essay questions?
Similarly, it is also learning how to tackle the essay type. I was very much afraid of essay type question when I given the part two, which is my first exam. So I have did for almost 20 to 30% of the GLAIM essay type questions. It is giving the similar pattern, because handling essay type is not only the knowledge and how we deliver, it is how we handle the equipments, especially the monitor moving in between. We'll be having one just a scribbling paper where to connect the points. All this I have just practiced for the part 2 exam, where the GLAIM tool was very much helpful, and I have ensured that as I am afraid of essay type, I am not going to leave any question in the study material given by NSA. I have gone through entire question, all the questions, almost some 60 to 80 questions. Entire questions I have gone through. Some of the questions I can see that it is the repetitive. So I just gone through and moved that, but I never missed any questions, and it was very useful because it is giving me. I know something. Okay, if they are asking about NPV, compare the NPV and IRR. I know that, but what is the expectation of the examiner? I don't know. For that, I need to review the model answers as well. So in such way, we have enough options in the NSA material and the GLIME test module. NSA material ensured me to have a smart answering tactic. Okay, so one point only will reflect to 2 3 questions, because it is repetitive. It is repetitive. The same point we are going to judge and answer in a different manner, because the questioner asking in a different point of view. Same NPV can be asked as a straightaway definition. Same NPV can be asked as an how you compare the in the current scenario, like comparing to the essay type question which is given with the numbers. So that really helpful when I gone through the NSA material. And when I the GLAIM testing tool was very much helpful to practice how to handle the screen without having a printed question paper in hand. We used to have the such kind of journey in our academic and previously, where we used to have the pencil mark and pen. Okay, this is for question 1, this is for question 2. And moreover, after you see the question 1 and some relevant points, you would have gone through the same para reading which is required for the question 2, but you would have missed. So for that, the GLIME material test bank was helpful, because I am aware of that. The first thing what I need to do is go through all the questions first. What are all they are asking? Because same paragraph, same sentence, I need to repeat again, read through again. So that I ensured from the GLIME's test bank. So I noted what all the questions they are asking for, and then started read through the essay. Then I marked relevant points for each part of the questions in scribbling. Then started answering the questions one by one, answers one by one. And truly speaking, I have not even touched one essay type also for part 1 exam, because I learned how to attend the question from the part 2 exams. So part 1, I already lack of covering the portions. So I decided what is the I have just made the criteria. This I need to do first. If I have more time, then I need to do this also. Like that I ensured. So when it came to the essay type, I already crossed the time. There is no time at all. One thing I did, I took the NSA material from top to bottom. Just before the exam, the one day, I've ensured everything read by line. I've just gone through. A day before, I just gone through. I can remember that what type of question, how we can answer, and something is there. Okay, the concepts is already been inbuilt inside. And whenever I have difficulty in answering some MCQs where we never gone through such kind of question, or the when it coming to the essay type question, the conceptual idea where we were listening during the lectures was really helpful, which is a very good point. And I will ensure that all the students should focus on the lectures while sir is teaching about the basic concepts, that you will realize only when you are in a scenario where something you know, but the question is just twisted. You are not tried that in a question bank or before. The same concept, you will be knowing that, but you will definitely answer it wrongly, because you know the facts of the case, but conceptually you misunderstood.
Okay.
So that clarity can be given only by the conceptual concentrating faculty. That I will say, if a sir is very, very good on it, he might give lesser time for solving the question. That is not necessary. Solving the question is our part. Making us to solve the question, he need to feed us. That he will do.
Since you mentioned that, there are a lot of students who keep, before they join us or something. This is one very regular question, sir. While in class, when you are teaching, when I get doubts, how will you address my doubts? So a lot of the team also comes and ask me this question, sir. In class, students are telling, if I get doubt, how will the doubts get resolved? So I don't know, how it is resolved, but all that I know is I try my best that you do not get doubts. All right, you do not get doubts
Yes.
as much as possible.
Yes.
Is 99% of the time I try, but for people who have never attended my class, they find it unbelievable. So, would you like to share your experiences as how were you able to manage your doubts?
I will tell the same with the example. When we are having the class, okay, I will be stuck in somewhere. Okay, but the relevancy is to concentrate on the next item what sir is teaching. When you stuck there, please don't sit down there. You just concentrate on the lectures and move on. Otherwise, because of the 10%, you might lose the 90%. If at all possible, raise the question, try to resolve, but 90% of the doubts will not be cleared if you are not understood at the first phase itself. Because the way we are observing the fact from the question bank or study material or the lectures, we missed something. We are understanding in a different way. Something is not the right way what we are understanding. So that will be like a, reverse point. We will struck there. We will think in the same way when we listened in the observed in the mistaken. So that cannot be resolved immediately on the spot. But you just consider on the next point, you might get the answer for the first point. And one example I want to tell means, especially when it comes to the normal loss and abnormal loss treatment when it is coming to the weighted average method. Even after completing the entire chapter, I am having the doubt. So what I decided is, when I want to resolve that, first I want to go through the material and going through the audio lectures of sir, where I have doubt. Then I done some questions. Again came to the audio lecture point, and sir was right. And why I misunderstood that time, I don't know. I don't know. So that is some loop. No, till that time I corrected my understanding. I was feeling that something is wrong when I was listening. So same lectures only, I can understand later. So that point we will struck somewhere. Please move on. That is the foremost thing. Otherwise, you will lose many other.
Okay.
And we need to, where we struck, we need to take more time going through the audio lectures. And if it is not enough, and more points where I have doubt with the lectures or material which is supplied, I used to Google. They will give different perspective of the same point. Then I will come to the same question. Then I will understand.
Okay. I think that is a very important point when you are studying. There may be something, there may be a small area where you may have doubt. I think you should always Google, because there is a limited content in the book. For example, book has reference about cryptocurrency, and it has just 2-page references, 2-page explanation. But there are books written on cryptocurrencies. So, of course, if you want to understand cryptocurrency, you'll have to go through a book which is 900 pages books. So, but in our
Yes.
system, it is very limited. So we need to ensure that we cover as much as possible, with keeping the exam also as a focal point in mind. All right. So there is another question. Currently, you are working as a finance controller. What are your future plans in life?
The role and designation is quite good and catchy, but when it comes to the pay compensation and the role which I actually doing is for a small company, and my focus is to retain the same kind of finance controller or CFO in a very big organization where I can handle multiple projects and I can be in smart enough, and the project or the company where I am, I can do some more value addition because of my experience and the learning from other industry and this industry. This is my future plan, and I decided that I will continue my academic at least every 2-3 years. Some qualification I want to upgrade myself.
Okay, that's very nice. I think that is something that uh, uh, I recommend to everybody. And off late, I'm seeing a lot of students following this strategy of upskilling themselves every 2 to 3 years. So I think it will take you a long way in life, and you'll realize the benefits only after maybe a couple of years. You'll realize that this is actually going to be very, very helpful for you. So good luck for that. Uh,
Yes.
uh, One question. This is not my question. This is again students' question. How did Irfat help you in the classes? How was he a good support, or a good somebody who can be by your side to completely successfully come out of this?
Uh, if someone in this group is a backbenchers, I'm a also. They will know that uh, how to sit for a class for 2 hours. It's a very tough job and concentrating. Okay. Irfan sir made me to sit for 2 hours just like that. And every alternate day, I'm eagerly waiting for the class to come. Some of the days I would be having a meeting. Some of the days it will be a very long time. And some of the days I'm used to travel in a train. I used to drive a bike. I remember, I will tell some of the classes. Okay, I was taking my wife and kids from beach to a restaurant, and I'm taking them to the home. It was almost 1.5 hours. I was listening to the class, and I'm eating, I'm enjoying with my kids, and I'm driving the bike. I ensured that why it is making me, it is not only just class, it is not just only that I paid the fees, I need to listen to the class, not like that. Something make you to sit and listen and to enjoy. It's not only the study what that matters, it's also the environment what the faculty is creating for you. In that way, mi sir is totally outstanding, and he will ensure all the outstanding students will come inside like me. Outstanding always. In my colleges, my attendance is not even 10 percentage.
Okay. I think mine also. Mine, I'm not sure my own attendance was how much until the faculty once called me and said, "Do you belong to this class? I've never seen you." So I was also one of those outstanding students who never went inside the class. In fact, none of my teachers knew who this guy was until a couple of days I went and they were like, "Do you belong to this class? Show me your ID card." And I actually went and showed my ID card, and they were like, "I have never seen you in the class." So so I think I have also been an outstanding student, and good teachers who have backed me, who have supported me, who have guided me, who have loved me, and I think I'm just passing on that responsibility. I'm just passing on that the concern they showed me, the support they give me, the guidance that they provided me. And I'm blessed. I When I look back, I feel that some of the teachers in my life has been a real blessing to me. And I think I'm just passing on my responsibility, what I was blessed with. I'm just doing my share of doing that to 1,000, a million more people. So I feel glad that God has chosen me for doing this. And when I see success, I think that's the biggest motivation point for me. So
It is a glad, and certainly after your career in regular profession, you just started and switched over to the teaching line. If at all if at all that not happened, a lot more students like me would have been missed a good faculty.
thank you so much. I feel more humbled. I feel more obliged, and I feel lot more responsible hearing this. So I have two more questions. Few comments about NorthStar support team and mobile application. How was the NorthStar support team for you? Were they able to give you all the necessary support, and anytime you needed them? Let me know more about the NSA support team and the mobile application.
Whenever I tried, I was being able to reach them very easily with a WhatsApp message or a call, and they ensured what the requirement they have been done. But I still received a message from some of the colleagues in the group that, and they used to, during the lecture session also, they used to chat, I've not got the update. But I never faced that because, and if being a working professional, I know how many calls will come, each will be a different case. So it should be an environment they are working. They are not working only to me, so there is a lined up and there will be a priorities, and our priority might be an only priority for us, but for them, all the 100 students they are approaching, everyone are priority to them. They cannot, and so it's all about the timeline and requirement. Everyone need to respond. So I'm fine with that. And when it comes to the support team, even the sales team like Padma was so cooperative. They never denied that this you need to approach the support team, not belong to me. This you need to go to the IT team. It's not belong like that. They never said. So they will tell that okay, we will try to connect with the right people and ask them to call you. Like that it was. When it comes to the mobile app, in the beginning I was totally against it because I'm having a just 5500 mobile, which is very small screen, and I'm not, that phone is not capable of handling such like Insta, Facebook, all this bigger app all will not support. And I was trying to see in the bigger screen with the laptop, and some facilities in the mobile app is not available in the web version. So I was against the mobile app, and I was used to ask, sir, please give me a web version of all these things. But certainly it helped a lot for me, because many times I'm not able to sit open and go through the website and download the recorded lectures. No, I'm not able to do that, but I can able to watch the video over mobile phone most of the time. and some of the tests I can use to take in the mobile app was comfortable. Once I started, it given me a grip because there is no limit to have a laptop, to have a table, a chair, and scheduling a time. No required, not required. I used to listen to the lectures during the morning. I used to walk. That time I used to listen to the lectures, and when I'm going through the train travel, that time I used to solve some MCQs. These are all possible only with the mobile app. So I realized later only it was very helpful. And some of the questions, sometimes by turning the mobile app, that screen it will not show the question content fully. Here and the small glitches was there, I used to update in the mobile app itself. By the way, what I decided initially was wrong. Mobile app was very helpful comparing to the web version.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for that, that endorsement that, because I know why we had launched the mobile application. We were the first one in the industry which came up with the mobile application, and the need was felt from the working professionals, because they came back and, they came back with a lot of constraint that, we actually steal time from our daily schedule, during the lunch time, during the early morning travel to office, during the while coming back from the office. So can you give us something that we can access while on the go? All right. So that was the whole idea,
Yeah,
that feedback that we had received, and then we worked extensively and developed a mobile application for our students. I'm glad that.
yeah. In brief, I will tell that attending classes and preparation is like cooking food, and going through the mobile app and updating is like having a starters and appetizers. And whenever we have planned for a fine dining, let's open the laptop, do some mock test.
Okay, that is I think I should listen to this, and we should come up with some creative idea around this, of whole journey of, connecting food with your studies. But I think I had a lot of fun, lot of fun with you, Ravi. Thank you so much for joining in, and I will be seeing you very soon in the CPA classes. All right. I'm very excited that you have chosen to continue your learning, which I always, endorse and advise everybody that, once you are successful with one, take a break to enjoy that success, celebrate that success with friends and families and relatives, and then, immediately jump onto the next one. Uh, do not stop with one success. Use that motivation, go in, jump in for the next one. You will not be disappointed. Another just, 12 to 18 months of hard work, and you will be a CPA very soon. And let me tell you, you're any of the bosses whom you go back, who disappointed you by not giving you that opportunity, I'm sure he will still be proud of what you have, taken that disappointment as. Not many people take it as positive. They think that the world has turned against them. They have been pulled down. But people like you, create that storyline that, when the world turns against you, you still keep up the faith. You still work towards what you are, what you want to achieve. There's a saying that, when the going gets tough, the tough, keeps going. I think this is something that I think you should write somewhere, and you should say, this is who I am. I'm sure you will become more tougher and more stronger and much more successful in days to come. And I'm sure your daughter, your wife will be so proud of you. I always tell my students that whatever struggle you are doing, trust me, you are creating a story for your children. Your children will one day be
Definitely.
listening to the struggles that their parents have gone through, and they will feel super, super, super powerful for themselves. They'll be so proud to have, a parent like you. We are creating a story for our children, for the next generation to get inspired. And I'm sure they don't need to look out for anybody for those inspirations. So, thank you so much, Ravi, for joining in. Share these stories. I will share these stories with many more people of your journey to success, and you can be a, symbol of motivation to lot more students coming. All right.
Thank you so much, sir. Without you, it will not be possible.
Thank you so much. I also, would say that without your commitment, I am incomplete. Any faculty, for that matter, would not. We do our best, but when our best gets, mixed up with when you put your best, I think success is inevitable. It is going to come. It is going to, it is going to come your way. Thank you so much for joining in. I know it.
Last, last but not least, I want to recall that quote which is mentioned in the NSA reception area. Okay, there is one quote in the NSA reception area. Okay, whenever you are felt you want to quit, just remember and recall the reason why you started. I want to ensure that everyone they will recall why they started if they have some difficulty in means of allocating time, some economical reason, travel, personal problem, office problem, whatever. That problem is there when we started also. But why we started? There is some reason.
Yes, yes. I think
Fix to that, committed.
I think I will also want to end this with a quote that has always been a source of motivation to me. Like I said, I had my share of some of the most beautiful teachers in my school days. I remember one such teacher, my class teacher, who gave me a quote. She was reading a book, and there was one very beautiful quote written. I cut that quote, and she gave me that cutout, and she said, Irfat, go get it laminated and hang it, make a chain out of it and hang it. And it's very difficult to believe that I got it laminated and put a chain in this and actually hung it. When I went to meet her next time, she was like, I was just joking. I never expected that you will actually hang it, and you literally hung it. I'm like, you said it, and I just did it because you said it. And I remember that those two lines, it said, it had a cartoon, and there were a lot of people running, and there was one guy in the front, and it said, God never created you to fail in life. And it was so beautiful. And whenever I feel that, I have failed in anything that I'm doing, I'm like, no, God never created us to fail. We have to, we have to struggle, we have to work hard, we have to not give up, because he has not created us right that way. He wanted us to be happy, and that's why he has sent us with a mission, right? So it's so inspiring. So this is my quote, that whenever you feel disappointed, remember that you are not the one whom God created for failures. All right. Thank you
Yes.
so much, Ravi, for this very, very inciting. Uh,
Thank you, sir.
it was again. I didn't realize we have almost been together for 1 hour. So
Oh, is it?
it's almost 1 hour that we are live now. But the excitement, the conversation, the journey was so mesmerizing that I am sure many of us didn't realize that we are together for more than an hour now. All right. Thank you. A lot more good luck to you. Your CPA journey is going to be super, super exciting. And we are again going to connect the next time with CPA success story that you are going to
Yes,
read
sir.
once again. Thank you so much. Thank you all of you for joining in. Uh, you can always connect and follow with Ravi on LinkedIn, Ravi Kumar. You can also connect to him or follow him on Instagram. Share He would be more than happy to share with you some tips. But one thing I want to tell you, he was not on Instagram. He joined Instagram just today to come live come live for this Instagram session. So
ID also created by NSA team only.
Instagram. Okay. So you can follow him on Instagram, and I'm sure he's going to share all his success stories there also. Thank you so much, Ravi. I'll very soon connect to you for a lot more discussion, and see everyone uh, uh, in the next Instagram live session. Bye bye, and take care.
Thank you all. Thank you all. All the best for everyone. Thank you.